I had a very long talk with Aziz over the course of 4 days with Lee Harris, and our book's coming out in May, I believe, about the future human. But what they said about the future, same thing about right now, 2024 and the next 10 years, upheaval, chaos, crumbling of all old institutions. They don't work anymore. Same thing Barbara said. Same thing the Theo group said. They don't work anymore. And they said this is going to be a time of just exploding, mushrooming innovation. And that innovation at a grassroots level that we share with each other, open source it, that is going to be the beginning of the new paradigm, the Age of Aquarius, that is truly coming alive now. It's already started. We can each look around, and we're just amazing as creators. Human beings are incredibly creative. I mean, quirky as we are, we can create. And we're creating solutions to pretty much everything on a small scale. Those will gain strength in numbers. And the best of the best will start rising to the surface to start replacing these crumbling institutions. So they said one of the things was about the economy, which I asked them about, and also I just want to add Aziz overlay to it. So they said, oddly, that the economy would do better than we're expecting because of these innovations coming up underneath. Yes, it'll be very unstable for a while. So we have to use our intuition, put our money where our hearts and our beliefs are, whatever that may be. We're each different that way. But if we're going to look at, day trading and derivatives and all of these fancy economic instruments that are just short of criminal, really. That's not really a good way to go. Not that there aren't some good stocks out there and some good companies, there certainly are, but start really using our intuition and going down more deeply into the value of what that thing is that we're going to invest in. Is it in harmony with where Earth and its people are headed? Is it something that is going to make us expansive and creative and give more power and life to us as earthlings? Or is it going to draw away from that? I hope you're enjoying this video, because if you are, there are dozens more like it on my site, all supported by people like you. So if you'd like to keep this work rolling in and join our community, just click on the Patreon button at reginameredith.com. That also gives you access to insider commentary, my live book club, and other live events with special guests. So join in. Thanks. Just have to be much more discerning in whatever we choose to invest our money in. But they said the hallmark of it is just the incredibly innovative products are going to come up in financial markets and arenas and product arenas. And one thing that is kind of touchy, and I talked about it with them for a reason, and that is that 12 years ago, I was talking to them about the economy. So 12 years ago would have been 2000, maybe it might have been even longer than that. I think it was like 2010 or 11. We just come out of the 2008 financial crisis. And they said, in the world you're coming into, there is going to be a global currency. And I heard that, and my ears perked up, like everybody's like, global currency, you meaning even more power and control over money put in even fewer hands? And they said, it's not going to work like that. They said, you are already globally connected economically. You can't undo that now. It's already happened. And so now what will happen is there will rise a type of currency for all people to use so they can exchange easily with one another. But the way it's operated will be personal, local, innovative, regional. It's not like that currency will control us, but will control how we're going to use that currency. I don't know what that is or what it's going to look like. Everybody's talking about the RV and all this, but that's coming from more corrupt kinds of forces at this point in time. It's not necessarily, it doesn't seem to me that that's here to serve all just yet. And we're going to find new ways to serve all. Crypto's probably part of that. And there'll be other products besides crypto that come along that might feel a little more safe, to jump into, or a little more easily accessible than crypto. But all of those things are on the horizon. Again, they emphasized we're a global community. We're a global people. There are no lines when you look down on Earth between countries. There's no reason to keep separating ourselves out from each other. This time of Aquarius is the people of Earth, the human beings coming together beyond top-down structures And again, they emphasize rapid innovation is going to be happening on all sectors of life, education, all of it. So they're seeing this as a very powerful time, but they say the key is we have to begin to understand that we and everyone we look into the eyes of is a beautiful spirit of unconditional love deep at the core, underneath all of the human persona, and to respect that first and come from that place of unconditional love. So, same thing, I already told you about the Z's, shockingly quick innovations. And what they said, along with the Sheila Gillette and the Theo group, is that the denigration of the economy, we're expecting a massive crisis. It's going to literally turn us into something akin to what happened during the Great Depression. They said, actually, it's not going to play out like that. The factors that are mounting would seem to indicate it would go like that, but they said it's not going to be as harsh as that. That's from the Z's. Theo's saying the same thing. It's not going to be that harsh. I think what's happening is we're having enough clarity of thinking and innovation coming in from the bottom and astuteness among humans to say, I think I'm going to get out of that market or that one. We're having enough of that going on for the thinking people of Earth that, and maybe even some of the desperation of the controllers that they're not done with us yet. They still need our participation. Whatever, they didn't tell me how. They just said it's not going to be as bad as we're expecting. Okay, so we'll take that for what it is and just prepare in our own ways, aligning our hearts and our ethics and our care with our money. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you might also want to consider joining Patreon, which allows me to keep all of this content free and available to everyone. And if you're looking for like-minded souls, you might also enjoy my online community called Our Neighborhood. Links to join are in the description.